Welcome to it. This is your Feel Good Breakfast Show Expresso right here on SABC3. Right now, though, it is time for your weekly tech roundup. Now, I think one of the most interesting stories that we actually covered this week was that China plans to eliminate petrol-powered cars entirely in the future. Now, we've seen the same promise being made by France and the UK, as well as some of the top car manufacturers in the world. Now, Elon Musk also announced this week that he will be unveiling an electric-powered commercial truck soon. Now, the world definitely seems to be shifting its focus, and here to unpack what this all means is our expert editor of bandwidthblog.com. Theunis, lovely to have you back, man. Welcome.
Yeah, thank you.
So you've been out of the country last week. Welcome back to our couch, man.
Thank you.
Hope you had a successful trip there in London town. Yes. So let's start this. Many of these countries stated that by 2040, that's going to be the year that petrol cars are completely done away with. What will this kind of a world look like, man? It's hard for us to imagine with everything at, how we know it nowadays.
Right. Well, it's going to look very, very different. It's going to be quieter. It's going to be less polluted. And the streets are going to look different. So we're going to have charging networks a lot more accessible than it is right now. You'll see that all over the place. It could even be a possibility that we would have the parking bays itself being wireless chargers for the cars.
Wow.
And these are technologies that Tesla, among others, are trying to pioneer. Now, that's obviously one of the biggest issues, is getting those cars charged, especially when you're going on a long journey.
So that's definitely, okay, so let's talk about some of those challenges that's still standing in the way of achieving this kind of a ideal electric world.
Well, first and foremost is price. As you can imagine, the technology is still quite new. It's still being refined. It's still being, created in a way that is more accessible to a lot of people. So price is the biggest barrier right now, not only for the consumer, but also for the manufacturer to make it something that's easier and less expensive to build. Yeah. So Tesla have announced that they're going to launch the Model 3. They're starting the deliveries very soon. And that's the first kind of affordable, mass-built electric car. Some other manufacturers have also now started building these at a lot cheaper price, which is great for the consumer. Yeah. The other challenges, as I mentioned, is the charging networks. You can't take a trip from Cape Town to Joburg at the moment with an electric car, unfortunately. There's no infrastructure. That's one of the other challenges we have to overcome really soon. And then there's maintenance costs on these cars as well. So, yes, you don't have the traditional costs that you would have on a normal car, where would you have every 15,000 kilometers needs service. But the batteries are very, very expensive to maintain over a long period of time.
Okay, so all of those things, I mean, at the end of the day, it needs to be affordable for the consumer. Exactly. And that's what they're aiming for. But Tesla's leading the way in terms of speeding up this process by, directing something like Giga Factories that they're putting up to help out. What exactly is a Giga Factory?
A Giga Factory is... Well, there you can see a concept.
Is that a concept? Okay.
Yes. So they have actually started manufacturing at the Giga Factory that they've built in the US. It's not complete yet. It's in phase 1 of rollout. But basically, there we go. Giga Factory is a massive building that's going to be building a lot of batteries, in essence. So they're building new types of batteries. They're pushing the envelope in terms of the technology in getting the lithium-ion batteries more efficient, smaller, lighter. So it's going to be an interesting road, and Elon Musk actually said that if he's able to build 100 gigafactories, we can run the whole world on battery power.
Wow. This is interesting stuff, man, and that's not too far in the future. 2040 is just actually around the corner if you think about the massive change that is going to be taking place. Theunis, thank you so much for joining us, man, giving us an update on all things tech. Thanks. Remember, if you want your daily tech advice or just your how can I say, just your little dose of tech, every day, just head over to bandwidthblog.com.